Success isn't final, and failure isn't fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me here today. If you're new, I'm Amanda. Welcome to the channel where we are all about shattering the mental health stigma. If you haven't already, please make sure you make sweet, sweet love to that subscribe button. Give the bell a few kisses so you're not missing any of this content designed to help you with your mental health or help you help someone else. Today I'm going to be reacting to 46 and 2 by Tool. My first introduction to Tool was through the song Sober, which I did as a Patreon exclusive. If you want to see that, make sure to check that out. Link is in the description. Every single dime goes toward my mental health outreach. And this song was actually a request from one of my Patreons. They wanted me to do the live version. So I know some of you are going to say, oh, the live version's better, and some of you are going to say, oh, the album version's better. But I'm going to be listening to the live version today. So let's see. I'm kind of excited to get back into Tool. It's been a while, and I really liked them. So let's see if I like them as much now. Suspense is killing me. Okay. This is so crazy to me because I named the different aspects of myself because that helps me in regulating my emotions and in getting back to myself when I'm dysregulating, when I'm having a dysregulation episode. So there's the shadow and there's the kid. And this song starts off mentioning a child and a shadow. So that was just absolutely crazy to me. But shedding skin implies a metamorphosis of some kind. And I will say my personas have changed over time, and they've changed as I've changed. Until a couple of years ago, that wasn't for the better. That wasn't a good thing. That change wasn't a good thing because it seemed like they only, especially the shadow, only gained more momentum. So in a way, the shadow was gaining more momentum and the kid was losing her momentum because I didn't really understand how to work with her. I kept trying to work against her, and I didn't even understand how to connect with my kid anymore. But because of that and because of this imbalance, there were constantly open wounds. Truthfully, I don't even think it ever got to the point of scabbing because I felt like it was just constantly open, and I certainly wallowed in confusion and insecurity for far too long, as opposed to trying to untangle these things and making a genuine effort to untangle these things bit by bit. It's like a jumble of chains. I have a lot of necklaces and I've had them get tied, knotted together, and it's like you have a bunch of those and it can be really difficult, and sometimes you have to use a tool, but it can be done. I'm not really getting the 46-2 reference, so I'm not sure if that's something that I'm just not aware of, not being an active fan, if that's something they're referencing, or if they're just referencing something I'm not understanding. But change is coming through my shadow. Yeah. So while there is change, as I was saying before, it's more in the form of coping mechanisms and things like that, rather than with true healing. So it's change, but it's change in the wrong direction, or at least in a direction that's not toward healing. It's avoidance and addiction and things like that. It's what our shadows turn to when they don't know what else to do. And in many ways, they are trying to serve us and protect us in the only way that they know how. But it kind of always felt like my shadow wanted to destroy my child, my inner kid, because the kid was the one offering the options for coping that weren't self-destructive. So I felt like my shadow just wanted to destroy that part of me. That just came out of nowhere. I absolutely love that the drummer got a standing ovation for that, because I feel like oftentimes people focus on the singer, they really notice the guitar riffs, and then they don't really give any appreciation to the drummer. And to be honest, I dated a drummer when I was 19, and I was always just kind of in awe, because I'm going, I don't have the coordination to try to make my feet do one thing and my hands do another and try to separate the two. But especially with that fluidity and that vitesse, that's crazy to me. But they were talking about muscle memory, and I think when we're in a state of panic or despair, we resort to what we know. Even if it's toxic, even if it's painful, we resort to what we know. It's that idea of the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know, and it's comforting and it's familiar, right? So we resort back to that. And it's easier to keep drowning than to kick to the surface and try to find land. But as demonstrated here, you can choose to fight, you can choose to live, you can choose to kill certain habits and mindsets, you can choose to close certain chapters, you can choose to learn new skills and new ways of thinking, and new ways of living, and new ways of being, and new ways of expressing yourself. And you can learn to love again, even after pain, even after betrayal, even after hurt, even after heartache, even after loss. You can learn to love again. You can choose all of these things, and it's not an easy choice, and the path isn't easy, but you can make that choice and start moving in that direction. Just one step. That's all it takes, is one step. That's still forward movement. But I liked the visual of softening the armor, because all of too often we have that standard concept, that standard visual of letting the walls down. And to me, that's kind of a struggle, because that implies, letting the walls down implies being completely vulnerable, while softening the armor implies that we're still being cautious while learning to figure out who we should be trusting, while learning to make a logical and reasonable choice for ourselves. It learns to break that. It's about learning to break that black and white thinking of you either have to trust nobody or trust everybody. No, we can learn to trust people that earn it. And I think that that's a very healthy mindset to have when, well, it's just a very healthy, there's not even a win, it's just a very healthy mindset to have in general, is seeing that gray area and being able to trust ourselves again, and being able to trust other people, but being cautious. So great journey back into Tool, great song to get back into them. There are a couple more on my list down the road, but this was a good one, I think, because it had a lot that I could relate to personally with the idea of the shadow and the kid, or the child as they called them. So thank you very much for listening. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it. You never know who might need to see it, and make sure that you're sharing your mental health stories here in the comments, no matter where you are. Good, bad, and crazy. That's how we shatter the mental health stigma, is by talking about it. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate you. I'll see you soon. Mwah.